So I'm going to go ahead and record just because I know I've got a couple others that are going to want to hear some information but couldn't make it tonight. Um, so a little bit, oh, my computer's doing weird things. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm Justine, and I have been kind of researching a lot about gut health and how it affects so many things within our body. And a little quick story on me. I started Triplex and Plexus and all of that a little over 2 years ago and was super skeptical, didn't think that this would work, but I wanted to kind of support my husband in his health journey. And so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I'm already taking some probiotics, but they're not giving me all the results that I was looking for. And so I was like, I'll try it and see what happens. And about four, I'd say about 3 or 4 weeks in, I started noticing my sleep was getting better. And then closer to 6 weeks, I wasn't having to deal with my hypoglycemia, where my sugar crashes really low. So I wasn't having to deal with that anymore. So that was a huge plus for me. Um, and a lot of other things, a lot of kind of mom things or what everybody kept telling me was mom issues. And honestly, I had been dealing with a lot of these struggles my whole life. And then also in college, when things get really stressful, um, I started noticing some other kind of health issues or just little struggles. And so I wanted to put this together, and just give some information kind of to our college girls or younger athlete or adults. Sorry, I have an athlete on here too. Um, so just to kind of give you some information, give you some encouragement to kind of get through that part of life and that phase. So that's kind of what today is about. Let me see if I can share my screen and let me find oh, all my stuff is here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Nope, nope, this one. Okay. Can y'all see this? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So this is, do y'all see yourselves on this side over here too, or just my screen?
Just your screen.
Okay, because I
I
can
see
see other
everybody.
things, so I'm just making sure. Okay, so this is just kind of a little meet plexus and kind of introduce a couple fun girls that I've had the absolute pleasure of meeting. Whoops, too far. Why is it not showing y'all's cute picture? Y'all, I swear, technology sometimes does not work for me very well. Okay, anyways, you can see their faces. And we're just gonna ask. I'm gonna ask that they kind of tell their little story real quick. So this is Allie and Kaylee. They are sisters and they are both in college. Kaylee, I'll go ahead and ask you just because you've been on products a little bit longer and you're a college athlete. So I'll let you kind of tell your little story.
So, as Justine said, I'm Kaylee, and I am fixing to turn 20 years old. I started taking Plexus probably when I was like 16 or 17, just because my mom started taking it and like she started to sell it and do all the things. And so she wanted us to take it also. And obviously, as like an active 16, 17-year-old, like I didn't really think about gut health. I was skinny, like I felt healthy. Um, but really, I realized like gut health is for all ages. It is helped me a lot. Like I noticed I'm not as bloated. And like Justine said, I sleep so much better. I'm able to focus more. Like there was one weekend like I was taking my products and like I always felt good. And so obviously when I got on the products, I didn't have this major like epiphany of, oh my gosh, this is better. But I forgot to pack my Plexus one weekend and I was like, I just don't feel good. Like I felt disgusting. Like when all your insides just feel heavy, like gravity's working extra hard that day. That's how I felt. And my mom was like, "Well, did you pack your Plexus?" And I was like, "I didn't." And so I had that light bulb moment of like, okay, wow, this actually works. And maybe I don't have this crazy health thing that I need it for, but I like feeling good every single day. So I keep taking it every single day. However, that is to say, once I got, this is like a little bit TMI, so just like censor this part, but once I got my period, like whenever I was a little bit older, um, my right side of my nose would always bleed like the day I got my period right before or the day before I got my period. And so like that was a good little telltale sign of like, okay, I need to be ready. Well, it got really inconvenient whenever I was like at college workout and I would get a nosebleed during hurdle drills. And it's like, well, like what do I do? The bathroom's so far away, I can't run over there. And so I was telling my mom about just how inconvenient it was, and she was like, "Well, we'll get you on X Factor Plus." She's like, "It's just a good multivitamin. You know, you're using so many calories and all of this stuff and working out. This could replenish some of that." And lo and behold, my nosebleeds literally stopped. And sorry, I got a notification and it vibrated my phone. um, Anyways, um, my nosebleeds stopped. And then this summer I ran out of X Factor Plus and I got nosebleeds again. So like that's a true testament to like these products fix weird things that like I didn't even know I had issues with. Um, but a little bit about my are we gonna talk about our business story yet, or do you want me to just talk about products?
We'll do that later. We'll do
Okay,
that later.
perfect. So there you
Yes.
go.
So yeah,
That's how Plexus has helped me.
that's awesome. That's actually a weird, and I say weird lovingly, but that's a weird little interesting fact that I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever experienced anybody having. So,
No, literally, I went to the doctor one time because I had strep throat, and she was like, you know, you go to the doctor and you get a certain age, and they're like asking if you've gotten your period or whatnot, or when your last one was, and I was like, well, it's been about a month. I was like, I'm fixing to start soon, but I haven't gotten my nosebleed, and she just looked at me like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, well, yeah, I get it, and I told her the story, and she was like, well, I've never really heard of that, so if it gets worse, maybe tell a doctor. I've never heard of that. But I think you're fine. And I was like, should I be concerned? Like, what?
that's really funny. Well, I'm glad the products have helped. That's awesome. Okay, so the other one is Allie, and Allie is a freshman in college. So Allie, would you mind sharing yours?
Yes. So, like she said, I am a freshman in college, and I also started taking the products about 2 years ago. I didn't really get consistent until like a year and a half ago because my mom was like, "Here, you need to take these," and I was like, "Whatever, like I'm healthy, I don't need them, but I'll take them to support you." Well, I was bad at taking them. I did not take them, and she would have to ask me every night, "Allie, did you take your Plexus?" I'm like, "Oh, I forgot." But I realized like I didn't really think I was anything was wrong with me. Like Kaylee said, like I was a 16-year-old girl. Like I don't need gut health. Like I'm active. Um, but I like have always had like a really, really sensitive stomach. Like I would eat meals and after I would eat, I would feel so nauseous, or there would be times that I couldn't even eat because I was so nauseous. And I just had a sensitive stomach always. And then when I got consistent on my products, I don't have that issue anymore at all. Like I can eat whatever the heck I want and not feel like horrible about it. Also, I used to have really, really bad period cramps. Like to the point where I was just like in the fetal position on my floor, like miserable. And like at school, I'm a girl that likes to get her work done early and like be on top of it. But when I would like have cramps at school, I would literally just lay my head on my desk. Like I couldn't even do work. Absolutely so inconvenient and miserable. Well, when I started Plexus and balanced like my hormones and my gut health, I sometimes I don't even cramp at all. So that's been something that's been a great benefit for starting Plexus. But my favorite product ever that I got on is Vital Biome. And I am a worrier, anxious little girl, and I just don't know what it is about me, but I overthink everything, overanalyze everything, and I think about worst case scenario that's probably not even going to happen. So my mom got me on Vital Biome. She's like, "Here, you just need to try this." And oh my gosh, I it is the best thing ever. I take it every day, and it has just helped me not have like that anxious, like my heart's just beating out my chest all the time, and I just am so like I got this. Like I don't, and so and I got off of it. Like I started taking it during track and then I forgot to take it a few days in a row and that anxious feeling came right back. And so I was like, okay, this stuff is legit. I need to keep taking it. And sometimes I have to double up on it, but it really has just been such a good addition to my routine so that I can go throughout my day and not like I can just focus on what needs to get done and not have to like worry about what's gonna happen next. So that's been a huge, huge win for me. So yeah, that's my product testimony.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So when you say sensitive stomach, you mean like bloating, rushing to the bathroom, all of those things?
Yeah, like I would bloat like after every meal and I just thought that was normal because like I would eat a lot and I liked eating, so I was like, whatever, I'll deal with it. But obviously it sucks. Like I hated the way that felt. And I would also just like I would get nauseous or just sick to my stomach all the time with the littlest things. Like I can't give you one specific thing that would happen to me, but I would just like which I did like hot Cheetos a lot, and I'm sure that played a little bit of a role into it. But like if I ate like hot Cheetos or something like that, or something that was very overpowering, like I was down for the count. Like I
Oh,
couldn't eat anything else. And so being able to like balance that has been really good for me.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to our little slideshow. Hopefully my other pictures are working. So that's Kaylee and Allie. I appreciate you too. We'll hear from them later too. Um, but real quick, I mean, college and this time of life, it seems like we're always kind of tired because we have so many things going on. Um, so I like to break things down, explain why sometimes we're getting tired, and these three hormones are kind of our biggest ones that cause a lot of struggles within our body. So estrogen is is obviously a hormone within the within females, but it's also in males too. It's not as high, but around our time of the month or when we're very stressed, those estrogen levels really increase. And so when we start having high levels of estrogen that's just built up in our body, then we start having like mood swings, irritability, just a lot of fatigue, weight gain or weight retention, just kind of being really puffy. Some people will explain it as like inflammation, just feeling kind of bloated all over your body. You may experience some weight gain as well. So that can be an indication of high levels of estrogen. The great thing about gut health and all the research that I have been doing is balancing your gut and the bacteria within your gut will actually help with your estrogen levels. So, your gut bacteria, the good stuff, will actually break down and clear out a lot of that extra estrogen that we tend to kind of hold on to during stressful times. Cortisol is another hormone, and with chronic stress, dealing with classes and new relationships, or Katie trying to get ready for maybe a all the engagement things. Lots of stress there. This hormone is going to cause lots of anxiety, tons of low energy, again, fatigue and all of that, and then also some poor sleep. So it doesn't allow our brains to really shut down at night, and so that can keep us awake. And it's just it causes a lot of things. So how it helps, how our gut health helps that is it's going to kind of regulate and just balance that hormone level. And it's actually going to help calm some of those stresses in our life or make it a little bit easier to deal with so that we can sleep and we don't have to always worry about things. And then the thyroid, that is actually one of the biggest organs that produces a lot of our hormones. If there's any kind of imbalance within your thyroid, you have lots of brain fog, metabolism issues. I don't know if you have ever heard your mothers say, "Oh, just wait till you're in your 20s or you have kids and your metabolism will change all the time." Okay, if you haven't heard that, you probably will. But it has to do with your thyroid. And I can honestly say that during my college time, I went through some thyroid imbalances. I was going through tons of brain fog, extreme fatigue, lots of anxiety, all of these things that I've talked about so far. I was experiencing that in college. And so they decided that we needed to test my thyroid and come to find out that I was on the low functioning side of all the levels and numbers. Um, that I was on the low side of things, but I wasn't low enough that I needed to be put on medications. They recommended some supplements for me to help kind of keep me above that specific number. Um, but I will say, after starting my Plexus, I no longer take any of those supplements either. I don't have any issues with my thyroids. I haven't checked my levels yet, but I would almost guarantee that they are really a lot higher than they were in college and all of that. So gut health will also help with your thyroid function by just keeping kind of a steady energy level. So while you're in college too, and always kind of going and doing all kinds of activities, sometimes we get sick a lot. So and we wonder why this is. Kaylee, I'm sure you have dealt with, or you have friends that deal with like slow recovery. They're always sick and they just kind of have that feeling of being run down. You may not experience that because obviously you're consistent with your products. But a fun fact about our immune system is about 70% of it actually lives within our gut. So Kaylee, I'm sure you've heard me talk about because Kaylee was one of my students. If y'all don't know, she was one of my athletes, and I always told them that whatever you put inside your body is how your body's going to react. So if you feed it good stuff, it's going to perform really well. Don't do this, don't eat that, don't drink these. Like those are all going to cause your body to kind of feel run down. And so there was a good thing that I was saying all of these because after more research, there's the reason why. 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. Um, it's important for fighting off illnesses, reducing any kind of inflammation. It's not just athletes that have to deal with inflammation. Um, and then also just recovering from workouts or just long days at work. Maybe you're babysitting all day long or in the afternoons. Anything like that, your immune system is going to help you recover from that easier. Um, Caffeine and energy drinks. Y'all, I mean, for the ones for my athletes, and Katie, you've heard me say, do not drink your energy drinks. Like they are so terrible for you. But they have tons of negative effects on your body. They can increase your stomach acidity, which causes like acid reflux and sensitive stomachs. They can increase your anxiety cause all kinds of heart palpitations, increase your restlessness, and increase your sweating as well. So the restlessness, I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but growing up, especially in college, I would have like my legs get super stressed out and they would. Have you ever heard the term restless leg syndrome? Yes. Okay. So it is like tons of pain. You just cannot sit still. Um, and that was due to my stress levels and tons of caffeine because I knew not to drink the energy drinks, but I was on sodas all the time, just trying to stay awake. And so that increased all of my struggles. So, um, here's a fun little tip here that I've kind of put together. It's just basically some of the best ways to kind of help get you through college or help get you through this time, this little phase in life. And the best thing to eat is just a lot of your whole foods. Load up on your fruits and veggies, your whole grains, any kind of fermented food, which is like yogurt, granola, anything like that is going to help fuel your body to perform at its absolute best. These types of foods also allow you to have long energy, sustained energy throughout the day so that you can focus on your studies and things like that. Cutting back on sugars or processed foods, they kind of go hand in hand. But all of your processed foods or your high sugar foods are going to throw off that gut balance and actually cause inflammation, not just in your gut, but your joints and all over in your body. Um, and this is only going to increase with your stress because I'll be the very first to admit when I'm stressed, I eat. I am a stress eater, and I don't go for fruits and veggies and the healthy things. I want sweets. I want my ice cream. I want all those comfort foods. So that does not help the situation. Um, Obviously, don't forget to get your rest and try anything that helps reduce your stress. So, your brain and your gut are actually connected. It's called the brain gut axis. And another way I like to put it is like your gut is kind of your second brain. So, they're constantly talking to each other, they're constantly in link. Um, if you prioritize your sleep, I know this is a big thing for younger adults because you want to be involved in everything. But if you try to prioritize your sleep, or try to take like walks, do some kind of little workout, um, sometimes getting involved with different groups can definitely help reduce some stress as well. Um, and then taking a daily probiotic. Helped a little bit while I was going through college, um, but it wasn't the high quality probiotic that I needed. And so it didn't help with everything that I was dealing with. So if you can add that at any point, that will definitely help kind of get you going through this phase in life. So, how does Plexus fit into all of this? Um, Gut health, looking at a kind of regimen here. Triplex is where I started. And Kaylee and Allie probably started on Triplex as well and then added other products. But Triplex is going to be just a three product combo that all works together, supports your hormone recovery, and gives you long lasting energy. And so how that's is going to look, or what this is going to look like, is you have a drink. Okay, I need to stop moving my mouse. You've got a pink drink. I'm sure you've either seen us or heard about it. It's called Slim, and it's not necessarily like a weight loss. Its name is for other things, but um, Slim is this very tasteful drink, and it is your prebiotic system, kind of. So each one of these three products does something different in your body. The Slim drink is more like kind of like the fertilizer. If we want to think about our gut as a garden, think about Slim as being kind of the fertilizer that make sure everything is growing properly. So Slim has helped me balance my sugar, my blood sugar, and that has reduced a lot of inflammation. For me personally, um, it has reduced actually some mood swings, especially around that time of the month. I have more energy throughout the day. I'm able to focus better on schoolwork and just life in general. I even get more sleep, high quality sleep, even if my kids are waking me up in the middle of the night. So, um, That is the slim. Then I want to go into the probiotic next. So, probiotic 5 is your probiotic, and think about that as the seeds that we want to plant in this garden. So, we have this fertilizer that we've already talked about, but we need to plant these really good seeds. Um, and they're going to help restore all of our good bacteria. It's going to break down all this yeast that is in our body. Um, Yeast is actually going to cause a lot of other issues. It's going to reduce our brain fog. Again, it's going to help reduce our cravings. So I always craved sweet things. And I don't see Allie's the same way. I don't have to worry about some of those cravings either. And also, it has helped with my skin, clearing some of the hormone acne that you may experience. So probiotic 5 is that seed that we want to plant, all the good stuff that we need. BioCleanse, this last product is probably one of my favorites. It is it's gonna help weed out all of the bad junk that we need that we don't want in our garden or in our gut. So it is a very gentle cleanse. It's a magnesium cleanse that relieves all of your bloating, your constipation, any toxins that are going to disrupt hormones. And again, those hormones have to be imbalanced, otherwise it throws some of our struggles off. This little combination here is fantastic. It is the best way to balance your gut health and kind of get you started on the right path. A couple other things that I absolutely love, and Allie talked about Vital Biome. It is absolutely one of my favorites too. I if I like quit everything with Plexus, I will continue with Vital Biome. Like it is the game changer for everything for me. I thought I was dealing with my stress really well, and come to find out when I started this, I it changed everything. I was able to get a list of chores done within a day. Like I'll be honest, my little Vital Biome story was I started taking it at the beginning of December, and December, you have all of Christmas shopping, Christmas parties, all of those stresses that come up. And I was getting everything done. Like I was bragging to friends, like, hey, I have all of our Christmas wrapped, I have them bought, I am ready for parties, I have lists done, I know what I'm doing. And I didn't even realize that was because of Vital Biome. So I got off of it just out of routine and all of that with Christmas. And I went back to school so absolutely stressed that I was having migraines daily. My muscles were so tensed up that it was sending shocks down my back. Like it was a whole mess. And so I got back on and that cleared up probably within 2 or 3 days. So it was amazing. I will never stop taking that one. Active is the clean version of an energy drink. It really is. It is completely plant-based, all natural. Um, so everything that you experience with an energy drink, but it does not give you the hard crashes, or that jittery feeling or anything like that. So active is a staple. Kaylee, do you have anything to add about active since you are a college athlete?
Okay, honestly, I'm gonna wrap myself out a little bit. I was an avid Alani drinker. Like before I started taking Plexus, I did not like crazy, not like one every single day, but I would have like two a week, like on game days. Um, and then I started taking Plexus and I started hiding and I was drinking Alani's because that's just like they just counteract each other. And then I was like, you know what? If I have to be secretive about it, I probably shouldn't be doing it. But I did realize, like, I got to this point where I was so consistent on my Plexus products, I started seeing results that I was noticing the effects of the Alani more. And it was like, couldn't take a breath without hearing it shake. I'm not even kidding. And my heart would beat so fast. There was one day I drank one. I made sure I drank it way early in the morning, and I had a good breakfast and a good lunch. And I went to practice, and my heart rate got the highest it's ever gotten before. I had a blood sugar crash, and I had chills. I didn't even finish the workout, and I knew it was because of the Alani. And so I am very careful not to drink them ever again. Um, so the active does not make me feel shaky, but I can notice, like, when that energy drink kicks in and you get like in a silly, goofy mood. I feel that with the Plexus Active also. Like that didn't just go away because there's less caffeine and it's better for you. Like I still feel that little boost, but I don't feel like I'm going to like literally seize on the floor.
That's awesome. That's that's amazing. And so with our college athletes, like they don't have to worry about drinking active and then going for like a drug test or anything like that. All of the ingredients have been tested and passed all the certifications and everything else that they need. So that was another plus for me with active.
Yeah, literally Celsius is banned by NCAA. Like if you drink it and then you get randomly drug tested, you're out for drinking an energy drink. If
Yes.
that doesn't say something about how
Yeah.
bad it is for you, like don't drink it, guys.
Yes. Another one that just arrived with Plexus is the skin health line, and I am absolutely in love with it. It has helped so much with my acne, my like hormonal once a month kind of acne, and it just makes my face feel so much better. I actually don't wear makeup anymore, so it is amazing. If you want more information about it, please reach out. We will be happy to give you more information. Um, Trying to make this as short as possible. I'm sorry, it's going longer than I had planned. But real quick, if you are interested and you just kind of want to know what's next, Plexus honestly has done it right. You get your own customized welcome pack. When you get started, you get a free water bottle, but you get one-on-one support. So whether you sign up with me or Allie or Kaylee or somebody else, you get that support with that person. They're going to help you figure out the best routine to take all of your products. They're just going to be there to encourage you, to help you through that whole process. Not only do you get all of these other benefits, but you get 25% off retail pricing when you sign up as a VIP member. Um, and you also get free shipping for the first like 3 months or something like that. Um, if for some reason you are very consistent with your products and you still don't get the results that you want, there is a 60-day money back guarantee. But I'll be completely honest, I've never had anybody use that. They start seeing some results within those 60 days, and the longer you're on them, the more results you're going to see, the more balanced your health and balanced your gut is going to be. So, keep up with it, be consistent. There's some perks as far as like redeeming for new or free product, things like that. That's kind of changing a little bit. But this last little one is you can earn some cash by just sharing with your friends. So, Kaylee, Allie, do you have a quick little tidbit there or anything like that? I mean, y'all are both
Go for that.
college girls sharing and all that. So,
Yeah. So I started sharing in March. I didn't even have any social media until I started sharing. So that was a very interesting curve to learn through. But I will say like the fact that I can work from my phone any time of the day I want, um, and still make money, potentially like I'm making more money than I would be like a 9 to 5 working at a boutique. Um, had the flexibility of it has been like the biggest blessing to me with like classes and everything. And the community that it has brought to me like lifelong friends and mentors. And people that'll push me in my faith. It's just been such a great thing for me. And I will literally do this forever. It's the best thing. But if you want to be your own boss and you want to be in control of your time, your hours, the amount of money you're making, like this is for you. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I have a little something short to add on to that. Um, Kind of more on like the statistical side. I did join so that I could make money because think about how limited a college student's schedule is. Like, I'm a college athlete. So it's like I have maybe 2 hours, and that's time I have to figure out when I need to eat and shower. So, like, I'm surviving over here. But I need money. And so I joined the summer before I went to college my freshman year, knowing all of this. And I made $1,000 in 3 months. So, like, if I can do it, and I literally knew nothing, so don't be scared of that because it's just sharing something you love. You share if you got the cutest little matching pajama set on Amazon, except you don't get paid to do that. So, I get to share about something I love that makes me feel good, and that also helps other people. So, go make $1,000 because it saves your life.
That's awesome. So yes, I actually did not join when I was in college, but I joined honestly just to make some guilt-free cash for me. I'm a mom of two, and I didn't want to have to feel guilty about it. So if you have a job and you absolutely love it, this is still something that you could do. You could still have some fun money, as well. So basically, again, my graphic wasn't there. Awesome. But basically, as a college girl or as a young adult, know that you're not alone. It can be a lot, it can be overwhelming. But honestly, if you just kind of tie in with some groups, it can definitely change everything. And I will say my Plexus group, my Plexus family, as I call them, has changed everything for me. It has helped me through this time, and I can't imagine if I had had it during college, how it would have helped me then. So find a group. If it's not with Plexus, that's okay. But find a group that will definitely help you, and just have some fun figuring out life. Because honestly, it doesn't really get any easier. Um, I'm still trying to figure out life, but you know what? I'm having fun while doing it. So have some fun and let us know if we can answer any questions. We are, see, some of my pictures showed up and some didn't. I don't know. Anyways, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for listening to us just rant and rave about the things that we love. And again, if you have any questions, want some more information, please reach out to whoever sent this to you. And I know they'll love to get you that information and help you out. So, y'all have a great evening. Talk to you later.